everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading and it's also timeless. So this can be in relation to events that have already taken place in the past, things that are currently playing out in your present circumstances, or things that may come up in the near future or even further beyond. So it's important to be aware of that. Now, I do feel you will receive these messages at a time where you need to hear them. Okay, so just keep that in mind. With regards to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll start first of all with the Dark Mirror. We'll then get a card from the Angelarian, and then one from the Moonology, right? And then in regards to the Tarot spread, I'll be pulling some messages to get further insight using the Beautiful Creatures deck, which is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look for you and see what your shadow aspect is revealing, Leo. So just while I'm shuffling, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. If you'd like a personal reading with myself, you can find that information in the description box below. Okay, so the first card you got from the Dark Mirror deck, Leo, was Blinded to Pain. Blinded to Pain. Yeah, I feel like your whole, I just got the first thing that came to my mind was holding back. You're holding back on a lot of things. You're not, there's a lot you're not, sorry about that. There's a lot you're not expressing at this time. There's a lot of things you're holding back on vocalizing, right? So I feel like you're just literally holding the reins on yourself. Because there are some painful truths that you feel need to come out, but you don't feel able to for some reason. So you're biting your tongue all the time, and that's causing you to bleed. So, okay, let's continue and see what else we can find out about this. But yeah, definitely suppressing a lot of things, I feel like at the moment, Leo. You're holding back on expressing yourself, expressing a truth here. So from the, oh, interesting. So you got the same card that Sagittarius just got, which is funny. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius because we did have Leo energy appear in her. I don't know why her. It could be a her that you're dealing with, a female Sagittarius. But either way, yeah. The same card came up in Sagittarius's reading, and also from the Moonology, it was, I think, full moon in Leo. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. If that's the case, I recommend checking out the Sagittarius Shadow Work reading as well. But regardless, Leo, you have Keter, Crown, Spirituality. So yeah, third eye activation. Yeah, I feel like you realized a lot of truths. A lot of personal inner truths came to light very recently for you. You realized a lot of things. You saw a lot of things. The cracks in your reality became so prominent. You know, now it's like there's huge chasms opening up in your life. And you're seeing it, and yeah, it's a difficult feeling. I mean, for some of you, it's kind of like a dark night of the soul type deal you're going through. Like once you saw, you couldn't unsee. And you saw just how much was wrong in your environment at this time. Or there's something specific that you just feel so at odds with. Like it's, you know, the distance between you and this energy, whether it's a person, a situation, was, you know, already there. But now it's, like I said, a huge chasm that's opened up between you. So it's like, I don't even see this the same way. I don't see the person in the same way. Now that I have this information, there is no going back. I can never unsee or unhear or unlearn what I've just discovered, right? So this energy, just to let you know the signs, so in case this comes up, you know, more prominently for you at this time, it is found in spiritual exploration, faith, and something else. I'm just going to quickly check that. What is it? Spiritual exploration, spiritual epiphany, faith, and humility, right? So yeah, I feel like you did have an epiphany. You had a rude awakening, you know. Some download came in for you and it changed everything. You weren't able to look at it in the same way again. So that's difficult, because now it's like you have this, okay, you have this information, but you don't know what to do with it necessarily. You're like, well, this changes everything, but where do I go from here? Like, how do I even go about dealing with this situation? Like, it's very challenging for you, right? So you're like, what happens now? What do I do? You know, how do I go about resolving this or making it right? Because, you know, what I now know, that changes everything. So, okay. Oh my gosh, I just pulled the card from the Moonology deck for you. Guess what card it is? Remember I told you it's full moon in Leo, right? For Sagittarius. You got, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Some of you are definitely, if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have Sagittarius prominently in your chart, go check out this Sagittarius shadow work reading, because this is insane. So yeah, because this is both readings are relevant for you, okay? But I feel like, yeah, you're being asked to pan out. You're being asked to look at, you know, the bigger picture, as it says. It's like, okay, yeah, the situation you're in, it sucks. It sucks. You found this out. It changes everything. It makes you look at someone or the situation very differently. And now you're like, well, what do I do? How do I move forward knowing this? And the universe is literally saying to you, listen, I know it sucks. I know it's not easy, but right now, you're only looking at things from where you're currently at, in your current position, right? However, if you could see the path that is unfolding in front of you, you would not fret, you would not fear, right? Because there is a reason this truth came out, because it's helping you to get a better perspective on things as they really are. You know, it's removing you out of a very subjective perception and into one that is more broad, that is more accommodating, right? One that is going to help you move out of situations or environments that are, you know, no longer serving you, or that is suppressing you, causing you pain, and allow you to move towards that which is going to help you flourish, that you can grow in, you know, that's going to allow you to heal as well. So yeah, I feel like your intuition is getting a lot of hits as well, you know. There's a lot of like energy coming through at this time for you, Leo, and I feel like you really need to pay close attention to what your intuition is trying to communicate, because you may be getting a lot of like tingling sensations, right? Just feeling very different since this epiphany came in. And yeah, your intuition and your higher self is trying to tell you something, is trying to show you the way out of this situation, okay? So it's time to take the blindfold off and start seeing what it is that's trying to relay to you, so then you can express whatever it is you need to express and then move on, okay? So we'll go to the tarot now. Sorry, I was just kind of looking, I got absorbed with the cards then. Yeah, so we'll see what the Beautiful Creatures deck can reveal at this time about this. I know it's not easy, Leo, especially if you're having to walk away from a certain someone because of what's come to light. But you know, if that's what is needed at this time, obviously you'll know if it's the best course of action for you, then that's what you need to do, okay? So the first card you have is Three of Pentacles, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this is the card of self-mastery, of teamwork, of being in alignment, you know, spiritually. This is the energy of the ascended masters as well. So I feel like, yeah, you got a significant download so that you can help bring your higher self, your shadow, and your ego back into true alignment, so that all aspects of self are working together to put you in a healthier environment, to put you in a space where you can flourish, where you can grow, where you can be nurturing, loving, right? You can be just who you are, right? Without feeling like you're being suppressed. So yeah, I feel like the divine was doing this, you know, to help you, essentially, of course, you know, because wherever you're at now is really having a negative impact on your well-being. So that's why I feel like this download came in this moment, because it was kind of like make or break. So the next card you have is the Two of Swords in reverse. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Confusion, right, it says. But with this being in reverse, I feel like the decision is already made. It's just acting upon it, vocalizing it, right? Yeah, I feel like you're already made a decision, or you're making the decision right now. You're choosing, right? You're making your choice. Because, you know, where you weren't able to in the past because there was some missing information, you didn't have all the facts, things were very unclear. So you felt like, I can't make a decision either way, I'm just stuck because I don't have the facts. You now have the facts, you now have the insight. So now you're making that decision if you haven't already. Now, the next card you have is the Ace of Swords. So this is great. With this being in the upright as well, that shows me that, you know, you've making your decision, or you've made your decision, and now you're ready to vocalize it. You're ready to, you know, put it out into the universe, put it out towards whoever needs to hear it, and solidify this change that you're making. Because, sorry about that. There's always some noises outside. But, yeah, you've made the decision. You know that it's in your best interest, that it's the smart play, that it's logical, it's rational. But also, I feel like your heart is also on the same page as well, because you're in a lot of pain right now. So, of course, you know, a change is needed, a significant change. So I feel like you have already done a lot of rationalizing since this came through, you know. It's just a case of you wasn't sure what to do, how to approach it, right? But now you're just making the decision to, you know, either cut something out entirely or to separate yourself from a situation, right? Now, the next card you have is the Eight of Swords, right? So, lots of sword energy here, lots of air energy, right? So, very much doing a lot of mental processing, you know, coming to certain understandings and realizations. I feel like, yeah, you know that you are being freed. That this situation, the truth will literally set you free. It's quite literally that. This is what's happening. The truth is setting you free. Because, yeah, you were stuck. You were stagnant. Felt, you know, that you were in a cage, pretty much, right? Because you couldn't do anything until you had the facts. Now you have the facts and you're being freed. Awesome. Next card you have is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, air energy. Ooh, excuse me. The door just blew open. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, is there not a key? Fiona, do you have the key for the door? Because it's blowing open. Thanks. Yeah, sorry. It was just like blew right open like that.
Yeah, the air is too much. Okay.
Thank you.
You're still on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So you have the Ten of Swords, right, in reverse. Air energy again. So, yeah, I feel like you're choosing to separate from a situation, like I said, or a person. But I feel like you're not... Yeah, I feel like you're making the decision already, and now you're about to express it. So it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but you have already made the decision, I feel, or you're coming to this decision now, and soon you'll vocalize it and then you'll act upon it. So this literally what's unfolding at this moment in time, at the time of you watching this, right? So that's good. You're choosing yourself and your well-being over whatever nonsense this situation is, right? And then finally, the last card you have is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, both in reverse here. So there is an ending of sorts coming into play. I feel like, you know, you're putting an end to mind games or pain or anything that makes you feel less than, anything that puts you into this mode of just heartache, pain, right? And I feel like as a result, you're going to physically remove yourself. You're going to physically uproot yourself from an environment, right? So you could be walking away from a relationship, and that means leaving the house. You could be leaving a workplace, right? You could be cutting off certain family ties. It could be anything like that, right? It could be cutting off a connection of sorts and just choosing to embark on a fresh new, you know, just go for a clean slate and just embark on a new journey elsewhere. Because I feel like wherever it is that you currently are, you're not fulfilled, you're not happy, and you're wanting to explore new possibilities elsewhere. So that's what I see you doing in the near future. So Leo, I really hope this reading helped. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, I mean, it's never easy coming to a big decision like this, especially when if it involves severing certain ties. But I feel like at this time, you're either, you know, having to remove yourself from a situation, or you're cutting this, you know, a connection dead, because it's just, you know, what you found out was too much, essentially. And I think that you know that you're getting divine guidance and the guidance from your own higher self to, you know, uproot and put yourself in an environment that's going to be way more nurturing and stable for you. So I really hope that helps. Sending you lots of love and support through this time, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.